Hello everybody, it is Nicole with A-Frayed-Knot, hopping on tonight to do a little bit of crafting with you. So as you jump on, say hello and let me know you're here. I'm going to get the iPad going. So tonight is Woodpack Wednesday and we have the peeps in the online shop. So you get a pack of 3 of them. You can either, I'll pin the link in a minute, or you can comment shop AFK. You can find them that way. As soon as I get this going, I will, it's also in the chain link down below if you can see that, but I'll get our iPad up so I can see your comments, and then, there we are. And then I'll pin it down below. How's that? How you guys doing tonight? I hope you guys are good, having a great day. Let's see. Here we go. So this is the Peeps wood pack. I'm going to do something fun with it tonight, something different, and then I'll show you what I originally made with these a long time ago. This was a couple years ago, but I will show you at the end when we're all done. Let's see here. So give me a second. Hopefully, it's just a very slow process, that's all. Hi, Vicky. Hey, Donna. How are you ladies doing? Okay, finally got here to where I can, let's see. Peeps wood pack. Half the time I don't write what it is that I'm pinning, so today I thought about it, so I thought I would. Okay. As soon as it comes through right here, I will, hey Stephanie, I will go ahead and pin it. So let me hope it comes through first of all. Let me see. Hi Sandy, hey Trula, how's it going? Oh, come on, there it is. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, whew, we got it pinned. So pinned below is the Peeps wood pack. And I am going to use the February paint pack to paint our pieces here. This is from the Dollar Tree. This is just one of their little boxes from the Dollar Tree. I'm using the February paint pack. And I also got these from Dollar Tree. Aren't these cute? I'm going to use one of these as well. They're just boxwood type faux flowers, there you go. But I just like the frostiness of them, kind of like that farmhouse vibe. And then they've got the little pink, just little pink things inside of there, like little berries or something. They're just really like sweet and cute. So I did pick up some of those. I actually got 3 little bushes of them. This is like one single bush, and I think for our project tonight, one will be plenty. But I did get a few of them because when I see their floral that is like this, at Dollar Tree, this is the floral stuff that I like. And I actually look for this when I go to Hobby Lobby also, but it's quite a bit more at Hobby Lobby, and even if it's on sale. I realize the bush, you get a little bit more from it, but I would rather spend $1.25 than $10, you know, at Hobby Lobby to get one that looks like this. So yeah, that's just me though. If you do a lot of floral arrangements and that's the thing you do, then you probably appreciate getting them from from Hobby Lobby as opposed to Dollar Tree. And I can totally understand that. Hey Erin, how are you? Hi Natalie, thank you for sprinkling. Hello Diane, how are you? Hey, Diane, she said, everyone from Massachusetts. That's funny. I had a great day, and I hope you did too, Diane. Oh, thank you, Linda. Hey, Carol. So, hi, Geneva and Aaron. All right. So, what I'm going to do is paint this in, well, initially I was going to paint this in 24K, and I really still want to. I can't decide. I think I will. And, well, heck. Now I've just thrown myself all off because I thought I love seafoam green. I do. And, I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I really want to do this in kind of like a chippy. So let's stain it. We're going to do the box in a chippy, and I will, alrighty, how do I want to paint this? Goodness gracious. Hi, Pam. Hey, Donna. Gosh. I have a plan, and then I look at my paint colors, and then I just derail myself. That's exactly what happens. Because then I think of other, you know, oh, what about this or what about that? And so here we are. But let's go ahead and, okay, instead of staining, here's what we're going to do. We are going to use our army color and paint this, okay? That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to put our vintage lace over the top of it after we apply some wax and get it kind of chippy. I talked all about this in the workshop. That's exactly what we did in the workshop. I explained it from A to Z, and gave the workshop attendees all kinds of good tips and tricks and how-tos and all the things. Okay, so we're just going to get this all painted up in the color Army. I'm not going to paint the inside. I mean, other than I've got a little bit of paint kind of hanging over, so I'm just wiping that up, basically. Wouldn't hurt to go in like an inch or so. But usually for these kind of projects, I end up using Spanish moss or something like that. So, can you even believe that February is, oops, I put my finger right in that paint. February is almost over. And I actually have, I have a big surprise that's going to be coming on March 1st. The VIP Club is going to get a first peek at it. Okay. So get ready for March 1st. We have something exciting up our sleeves. Just be watching your email. And if you're not signed up for our email, if you comment email, we'll send the link to you so that you can get signed up. Okay, so I just want to make sure I get a good coat on here of Army. And then we're going to dry it. Actually, we can kind of push it to the side, and we'll paint our peep, and I'm going to paint him in 24K. Oh, Vicky, you couldn't find it. Well, I'm glad you finally found it. Goodness gracious. I tell you, sometimes this platform just be doing people all kinds of wrong ways. You know what I mean? Like, if you have something that you regularly want to see, come on now, just show me. You know what I mean? Okay. We're going to paint our peep. 24K, that's what we're going to use. Ah! Goodness. I don't think I need that much, but that's okay. Trying to decide what I want to do for dinner. I'm a bit hungry tonight. But I didn't really set anything out that is frozen. Do you ever feel like I just want to go pick something up, but you don't feel like going? You know what I mean? That's how I feel. Oh, Tina, goodness. Did you guys have to go like to my page and find it that way? Did you have to go straight there? Sometimes that's what I have to do when I'm looking for somebody that I know is live and I can't find them just in my feed, to go straight to the page and then look that way. You know what? I better put the glue gun on just in case I need it. Well, I'm glad y'all made it. You know what I want? I want a good hamburger. That's what I want. We don't have any place. Well, first of all, I didn't set any ground beef out, so I can't make my own. On my smoker, I feel like I can make a pretty good hamburger if I let it just kind of smoke for a little while, but it's frozen, so there's that. And there's nothing real close. Okay. All right. We got a good coat of 24K on our little peep. So what I'm going to do is just kind of dry this. Yes, that's the best bet, is if you scroll a little bit, you can't find what you're looking for, just go directly to the page. Save yourself frustration. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you, Mary. Thank you so much. Oh, Mary. Well, that's good, though. Ooh, taco bowl sounds so good. Yes. That's good, though. I think that's really good. And taco bowls are yummy. Ooh, brown rice. Air fryer sweet potato. I love putting, my daughter has been doing that with sweet potatoes. I've done it one time. I have red potatoes and I know sweet potatoes are better. I put them in the air fryer though also. They're so good. Sometimes I'll just have that for dinner and with like a little salad or something, but I just need to go to the grocery store. That's what I need to do. Oh, that sounds so good though. Yes, my daughter kind of makes something similar, but she calls them hamburger bowls, but they're really quite similar to what you're saying. Oh, that's good. That's good, Vicki. Okay, so here is our box. You can kind of see it. And then what I'm going to do is take my wax here. Ooh, I love chili. Yes. And leftover chili is always so good. When I make it, usually I have it for at least 3 or 4 nights, but I'm okay with that. And I usually try to make it when it's going to be colder outside, which that's not the case anymore, but like a week or so ago, I had chili for a little bit. Hey, Terry. So I am making, I have these, oh, he's still wet. I have these Peeps wood cutouts. So I've actually got something I made with them a few years back, and some of y'all will remember, and I'll show that at the end, but I'm making something a little bit different tonight, and I'll show you that and kind of tell you a little bit about it at the end. And these are good kid projects, actually. Just kind of wanted to throw that out there. If you have kids or grandkids, or maybe you're a teacher or, you know, anything like that, because you could always do it just on, like cardstock or, like a cardboard type cutout, you know, anything like that. And okay, I'm going to give you guys a tip. If you get the wood pack, you can use the shape if you wanted to do something like with your kids, or if you were a teacher, like in a classroom, at church, anything like that. You know, if you teach a Sunday school class, you could take your wood pack and then just draw shapes for your kids, kids, grandkids, whichever you wanted to do, and then cut them out and let them paint those like on a cardstock. You could do the same thing with what we're making tonight. You don't necessarily, you know, have to get however many, you know, kids you want to have them for. You could do it out of a cardstock, but I'll show you in the end the little baskets that I've made before, and kind of the same concept as what we're doing tonight, but I wanted to do one the way we're going to do it and then put some floral in it just so we can see something a little bit different. Hey, Rosemary, how are you? Stephanie, I don't know if you heard me in the beginning. I have a fun surprise on the 1st. So you're going to have to stay tuned, check your email, all the things. I don't want to give it away. I'm going to try my hardest not to spoil the fun surprise. Okay. So I'm just applying some wax here on our surface just so we can get this chippy look. And the VIP club is getting the first like look at it, at what our big surprise is. They have the first opportunity. Okay. And then I think what I'll do after our wax is on there is I'm going to take Vintage Lace, which is also a color in the February paint pack. Oops, there we go. And we're going to paint right over the top of this. Oops. Good thing I have an apron on. I'm flicking paint all over. Yes, Vicky, I seen that yesterday. So what was yesterday? Oh, I was in the woodworking group because I was trying to think. I was live and I had seen a post about it just before I hopped on our live in the woodworking group. I had to change the day. Usually I do that on Thursday, but I wasn't sure. Sometimes I'll see posts, but they're like from, you know, a different year. And I just seen it real quick. I didn't really have time to read it or look at it, you know, investigate. But then when our live was over, sure enough, I turned it on because I didn't have the cam on. Yep, she laid an egg. So more than likely, she'll lay another one, at least one more in the next, I want to say like, in the next few days. Usually I want to say it's around 3 days or so. 3 to 5, I think, if I remember right. And if you go to their, you can see the live cam, if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, on YouTube. You can see the live Nest cam there. And you can go to the Facebook page. It's called Friends of Big Bear Valley, I think. And they just give a lot of really good information. And sadly enough, if you guys have been following for any length of time. The lady named Sandy, who is like the founder of all of, you know, the page and getting the Nest Cam and all of that, she passed away. That was so sad. About maybe 2 weeks ago. It really wasn't that long ago. You guys may have seen it if you've been following along. Yeah, so anyhow, yes, there is another egg, and I'm sure there will be at least one more, because she usually, I've been following along with them since about 2019, and she usually lays 2 eggs. Last nesting season, she laid 3, and all 3 hatched, which was so cool. But, so I would say she's gonna at least lay 1 more. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Oh no, Stephanie, you're fine. No worries at all. I know everybody kind of hops on and off at different times, so I absolutely do not mind repeating myself. So if you guys wonder something, you know, don't feel bad about asking. If I see it, I will definitely answer. And I say if, because sometimes I don't always see everything. But yeah, I definitely don't mind. All right, so we got it all covered up, but we're gonna go ahead and get it dried and then do our magic to it. Okay, let me refresh my comments, because I sometimes stop seeing them after a while. All right, so we're just gonna get this all dried so that we can work our magic on it and make it distressed. So you want to make sure that it's good and dry. Whew, got too close. All right, I think we're good. I think we're all dry. All right, so I'm just gonna take my sandpaper here. I had another one. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. We'll use this one as much as we can and then switch over to a different one. So I'm gonna just kind of start with the edges here. So I did use the color Army as my base. A lot of times you see me use the Stain, the Minwax Dark Walnut, or like the Fudgesicle or something like that. But this time I used Army. In the workshop, we used the color Fudgesicle, so you can certainly just use whatever you want underneath for the base color. So you can kind of see it's just chipping it up, and you can chip as much or as little as you like. I like to start kind of light and then see where I want to add some more. I'm going to switch, just kind of roll over to a new little section on the sandpaper. After a while, it gets a build up on the sandpaper and it isn't sanding as great. Let's try this one. There we go. Oh, I really like the way that's looking. Looking pretty good. Okay. And then our peep is going to end up going on the front of it like that. But what we want to do with our peep first is we're going to find some fabric that we like and make him a bow. And then I'm going to take my pen. You can use paint. You can use whatever is easiest for you. And hold on real quick. To make the eyes, that's what we're going to do. Okay, I think I'll use this. Yeah, we'll use this one. All right, I'm going to cut this fabric probably about, roughly about 2 inches wide. It's about roughly 2 inches. And then I'm just going to shred a piece of it. I'm just kind of gathering it to see how big I want it to be. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So I'll tell you the measurements of it. So that's 2 inches wide by almost 4 inches long. It's just a smidge under 4 inches. Okay, and then I want to get just like a little shred of, whoops. Just like a little shred of the fabric itself. Just like that. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is just gather this up. Just like that. We're making a bow tie. And then I'm going to take my shred. I don't know if you guys heard that, but something got in there. And then I'm going to wrap this around from the back to the front. I'm just using this to tie the center off. But I want this to be up at the front because it's just going to give an added little detail here in the front. And I'll show you in a second. Before I tie it off into a knot, I'm just making sure, because I'm going to kind of tighten it, but I'm making sure that it looks the way I want it to. I mean, we could even, excuse me, we could even leave it just like that if we wanted, because that is kind of cute too, just leaving it hang. You know what, I'm going to, because I like that. I think that looks really, really cute. So let me see if I can finish this off in a little knot. I just don't want it to come undone, but I like the little tails hanging down like that. I think it's cute. I was going to cut them off, but that's cute. Okay. So originally it was going to be a bow tie, but I mean, I guess it could be a bow also. And then we're just going to glue it on. Actually, before I glue it on, I'm getting ahead of myself. I do want to kind of sand the edges a little. Okay. Okay, there it is. And then I'll take a little bit of my Distressed Oxide ink. It is the color Vintage Photo. And just on the edges, just kind of grunge up his ears a little bit. Oh, thank you, Jerry. Oh, thank you, Maria. I appreciate that. Oh yes, the replay will definitely be available as soon as we're done, so anybody can tune into the replay. There. I like to just add that. It just kind of shadows in the edges a little bit, just makes it look a little on the grungy side. Now, if you wanted to, you could come in with a little bit of like blush on the cheeks. Let's give it a try. Let's see what it'll look like. And then we'll put the bow on and then put the eyes and the nose. Very cute. Okay, so you can kind of see the little cheeks. They're just real subtle, but I think it's cute. Cute little touch. All right, and then we'll go ahead and put her little bow, and the bow's gonna go right in this area here. So this would be kind of like a neck, I guess, if you wanted to think of it like that. And you know, I was originally going to use my hot glue gun, but I can use this also. This is just a little bit of the stick fast. It'll definitely hold it. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of hold it for a second. Oh, thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. So far, so good. And then I'm going to take the pen and then just make 2 circles for the eyes and then a nose. For the peeps, I do the eyes. Now, you can use paint also. I've used paint before. I do the eyes a little bit bigger and then kind of close together, and then the nose. Kind of just like you see a peep, so... So cute. Okay, and then we want to make sure you could actually take all 3 of your peeps if you wanted to and put them all the way around the box. That could be cute. Well, it would be very cute actually if you wanted to use all 3 of them on one box, because look, it meets up almost perfectly. And if you wanted them all the way around, you could do what I had mentioned in the beginning and just cut a 4th one out of cardstock. Or you could just cut all 4 of them out of cardstock and then make them all the way around your box. It's just an idea. Oh yes, Karen, you definitely are going to have to do that. I agree. 100%. You're going to love it. Oh, Vicky, I know. I love these peeps. I've been trying to remember. I think they first came into the online shop at least 3 years ago. I love using them every year. I love doing something with them. And you can make little garden stakes with them and put them in your planters. I might do that with our third one. Well, actually, I have two. Little garden stakes would be fun. And then you could use if you don't have the ability to cut out your own wood, you could use paint sticks for like little, to put little signs on them. You could even use a paint stick for the stake itself. But just an idea. I mean, I have so many ideas for our projects here. Okay, so we're going to attach this. You do want to make sure that it's flush here, so it's all even when you attach it, because you want your box to be able to sit. So if the peep is hanging off the bottom of the box, it won't sit properly. Okay. Make sure I'm using the right, this will work. You know what I better do? There we go. Ah! I move it and then, oh my goodness, I'm on the struggle bus. There we go. All right. I put too much glue for starters, and then it kind of slides around. And you can use clamps. Clamps will come in handy for things like this as well. There we go. Okay, so it's all attached. And then what we're going to do is take our, I've got some of the floral foam. Okay, that'll work. I do want to put, I'm thinking, let me see how this works with the floral foam. That'll be fine. Okay, and then we're going to take our floral piece here. If you missed it, this floral pick came from Dollar Tree. And it's way too tall, so I'm definitely going to cut it down. I've got two, but I'm thinking I only need one, so we'll see. Ooh, I'm going to cut it all the way to here. There we go. Sometimes I'll even cut them apart and then put them in individually, so we'll see. I might need two of them. Yeah, I wasn't thinking I would, but we might need two. Holy moly, sometimes it's because you're cutting through so many of the wires. There we go. Okay, so all I'm doing is just kind of poking them in where I think they're going to look good. I think the best bet is to just put them all in individually. And you could skip the floral and just put candy in it. You know, you put whatever you would like to in here. Okay, so it looks kind of sparse, but I was just going to come in with, you could either put grass, I'm going to use some Spanish moss and just kind of stuff it in there to kind of fill it up. Hey Barb, how are you? Karen, I will use, well, I find them at Hobby Lobby, but to me they're a little pricey. I always try to make a point when I go to Dollar Tree to look, and I don't always find them, but when I do, because I'm pretty particular about the greenery that I like to use, and it usually will look like this, kind of like that farmhouse look. And when I do see them at Dollar Tree, I will usually get a few of them at least, because if I don't, I might not see them again for a long time. But I don't see them all the time either. It's just when I finally do see one I like, I will usually kind of stock up on it. So all I'm doing is just kind of shoving it in here because it is sort of sparse looking. You could definitely add more greenery if you wanted to. I usually don't though. I will usually just kind of make up with the Spanish moss. And just kind of plug it in so you see it. And I like it to kind of hang over a bit. I'm going to trim these a little. Okay, there we go. All right, and you can see that I like to be able to see the Spanish moss just kind of hanging out from the sides, just like that. And you could see the back. And then you have just a cute little like tabletop centerpiece, you know, whatever you want to call it. Just something real cute for a space. It doesn't even have to be an entire centerpiece, but just, you know, like on a little end table or maybe a gift for somebody. But like I said, you don't have to, you could put grass in it and then put some candy or make it like a candy dish where you fill it up with candy. I like to have like little candy jars sometimes just around. It would be cute for just putting candy in also, because the box wasn't all that big. So you can kind of fill it with, you know, little wrapped candies or something like that. So cute. All right. I do want to show you, the one that I made a few years ago to give you an idea of making it like a little basket. Just a fun, cute little basket. And these can be even, you know, like I said, the kids can make them. So this is a basket idea. This is one of those slatted crates from the Dollar Tree. I painted it pretty much the exact same way that we did this one tonight. This is 24K and this is pineapple. So you kind of get an idea. There's like green grass in there. You could put candy, or you could fill like little eggs and put them in there with some little goodies in it. But again, just the peep and just kind of a different way of making a box. I had these boxes also. It looks slatted, but this one is actually like it's like a slats of wood. This one is just a solid, but this one is actually the one that looks like a pallet. So there's a couple of ideas for you with the peeps. Thank you, Maria, Benita, Trula, Carol, Stephanie. Thank you so much. Tina and Barb. So tell me, who remembers this one? Because I think I made that one. It was at least 3 years ago. Time goes by so fast. I don't think it was longer, but this one is so fun and cute. They both are, actually. I really like this with the little centerpiece, or with the floral. I like to set things like this on my ottoman. I have a tray and I'll put like things like this in it. So anyway. Thank you, Erin. Oh yes, Vicky said she made them for her grandchildren. Perfect little just like Easter gift for somebody. Yes, I love that. And same with this also. If you wanted to give, you know, like a friend something for Easter, or just a just because gift, it's springtime, you know. I just think they're fun. Just fun little gifts. So anyhow, that is it, you guys. That's all I have. Oh, wait. What was why do I feel like I was going to, I think it was this. Am I forgetting something? I feel like I was forgetting something. Oh, you do too, Benita. Yes. Yes, yes. I think it's fun to do that kind of stuff and give it to someone. Oh yes, Barb said she can't wait to get the big one out we made for the woodworking group. I agree. I think I need to get my Easter and spring stuff out. I haven't done that yet, and I really have meant to. I know, I can't wait. Oh, I lost our live. Holy macaroni. What is happening? I'll tell you what. There we are. Okay. All right. The surprise. I wasn't going to tell you guys about the surprise. It will be revealed to the VIP club first, and it will be available on March 1st. So I wasn't going to tell you guys about the surprise. Actually, I'm going to do my best to keep it a surprise. Karen, so the bunnies are in the online shop. They're a pack of 3. Tonight's Wood Pack Wednesday, so these were for our Wood Pack Wednesday, and they're in the online shop. The boxes that I used were actually from Dollar Tree, but the pack of 3 bunnies, I actually pinned the link below, and you can comment Shop AFK and look that way. I did paint this one also with a little red bow. I did paint that one. You know what I want to show you guys? This bunny right here. I painted this bunny also just playing around. This is one of those IOD bunnies, and this is 24K and the color Army overlaid on top of it. How cute is that? I love all the bunnies, you guys. I love all the bunnies. So anyway, that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the one we made, but this was just a peek of what I have made before. She's so cute though. Look at her little cheeks. I didn't put cheeks on this one before, but anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. That is it for me for lives this week. So I will definitely be doing posts to remind you. Well, I'll be doing posts, period, but I definitely want to make sure you do not forget about the Essential Stencil release on Saturday. I do have a feeling some of them might sell out. I just don't know how quick. I know they will. I just don't know how quick. And I know some of you guys loved some of those as much as I did, and I just don't want you to miss them. Because I know by the time I get to use some of them, they will sell out. Now, I know they always work on trying to restock, especially when they sell out real fast. They're always so good about trying to restock stuff. So don't forget your coupon codes and get ready for that on Saturday. So I'll definitely be putting like my stories and posts and things like that, so you guys will remember. Benita, it was good to see you too. It's good to see everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Will they restock the IOD? So Jerry, my friend Julie told me in March that IOD will be restocking that, which I was surprised to hear. Wait, we are going to be in March. I think she said March. Pretty sure she said March. I will definitely be keeping in touch with her, and I know she'll let me know about when it restocks, and I'll send her another message too, just to make sure. So yeah, that is good news though. She did tell me that they were going to restock. She does sell the castings. If you comment IOD, we will send the link to your DMs, and there's 3 different links, and the castings are in there, so you can see all the castings that she has if you're interested in castings. But if you want your own mold, she did tell me they would be restocking. So good night, Erin. Oh, Karen, that's awesome. I love Amber. Yes, Amber is good people. I am glad that you found me over here. So anyway, you guys, you all have a fantastic night. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Have a great weekend. That's it for me this week for the DIYs, and I will see you guys back again on Monday. I probably will pop on sometime on Sunday. I just don't know what time yet because it is the 1st, and I want to show you the things and talk about it. So enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you guys soon. Bye for now.